How would you like to earn up to 40 or 50,000 pounds a year? You want to know how? Stay tuned. I'll tell you how. Hi guys! Hello! Hey guys! What's going on? Hello! Welcome to my channel. My name is Quintas and I live here in the UK with my awesome British husband. And yes guys, would you like to earn up to 40 or up to 50,000 pounds a year? Yes, you can earn that money by just becoming a nanny. And let me tell you how. If this is your first time, please stick around and welcome to my channel. And I hope that you will give me a like and a thumbs up. Also, drop your comment down below if you have any questions or if you have any comments about this video. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And yes, to my Quintas family, Quintas squad, thank you so much guys for continually supporting me. I truly appreciate you guys. Alright, so without further ado, let me get to the topic. So, as you know guys, I've already just been doing a job as a nanny in London. I am working for a family of doctors. They have 2 kids, a girl and a boy. And yes, it's such a fun type of work to do. I've never been a nanny, but I was hired. It did not affect that you don't have experience, because I will tell you how you would do that. You would do this during the interview. So I was actually asked by one of my actually distant relative if I'm interested, when I got my visa, if I'm interested to do a nanny work. So anyway, she provided me this telephone number to call, and I talked to my husband because it's gonna be in London. Anyway, as I told you in my previous video, I've never been a nanny, so I don't know what they will be asking for and whatnot, but these are the basic questions that are asked during the interview. So let me tell you, and I'm also gonna be telling you that there are loads of agencies. If you type in Google nanny works in London, you can see there are so many. You can choose from. It says here 10 hours per day, 362 to 465, 40 hours per week. And then, let me see. There are so many guys, and there are, as I said on my previous videos, it depends. There are 10 hours a day, there are 12, there are 15, there are 20. It depends. And actually, there are actually universities for nannies here in London. So instead of taking, like for example, taking business management or whatnot, those people that are passionate to taking care of kids, they become nanny, or they work for nursery schools, which also this universities also endorse, because working for nursery schools are partly being a nanny as well, because you look after kids. So anyhow, how to apply is, of course, you have to prepare your resume and make sure that all your work. You have to be honest with what you have done for. With this person that I have applied for, I told her right away, I have never been a nanny. I did not formulate stories that I look after my sibling or whatnot, because I did not look after my sibling. We have a very big age gap, and then I never had a chance to really look after kids. The only time that I looked after kids is in the church. And this is so funny. This is not about the video, but I was asked to look after the church because the teacher is to go. The Sunday school teacher is to go to the toilet and to the loo. And she said, "Okay, will you please look after the kids?" And the kids, you know what I did. So funny, and I cannot forget this because I told the kids, "Who wants 20 pesos?" And everybody says, me. So I said, the longest, you all just close your eyes. The kid who will be able to close the eyes the longest will have the 20 pesos. And when the Sunday school teachers returned, the children were sleeping. So that's the only time. So I didn't know if it was clever or whatnot. So anyway, so you had to prepare your CV, your resume. You say if you have a previous nanny work, it's fine. If it is not in London, it's fine. If it is in your country or in abroad or somewhere else, it's fine. It's nice. It's good. So you can tell that, and you have to have a reference. A reference is a person that can vouch for your character, how you work, and how are you as a person. So, and that reference should have a telephone number that can be contacted. So in my case, because I have never worked in the UK, I only worked here as a minister, as a pastor. So I gave the numbers of the people that I have been with. So although it's not work related, but they were able to provide a character reference for me. So that's number 2. Number 3, you had to attend for a personal interview. First, they will call you on the phone. So, if you are a Filipino like me, which English is not our first or mother language, you can straight away say, "I have only very limited English, ma'am." You can say they will not bother about your English because kids, they can communicate with sign language, and they can, the main thing, guys, here, the British people especially, they are very straightforward. You had to tell them right away. You cannot round around the bushes and talk about things, like, what do you call that, honey? Sugar coating. You cannot do sugar coating. They hate that. So you have to be straightforward. So they love that. If you are straightforward, they love that. So I told her, I have to be honest with you. I've never been a nanny. And I've never worked in the UK, but I came here so many times as a minister, youth minister. So I have a couple of reference that will vouch for my character as a person. And then she told me, so the interview is, so if you have never been a nanny, why would I trust you to become a second parent for my kids? That's the question, guys. So, yes, how did I answer that question? This could be a tip that I'm giving you now, and you could use this, but use this only if you are honest that you are able to use this with confidence. What I said is this, because I know that it's gonna be a question. I already prepared for that psychologically. I told her, no mother before having a first baby has an experience. I don't think, ma'am, that before you had your first child, you already knew how it is to become a mother. You only knew it when the boy or the girl came out of your womb. And actually, you also practiced on your first baby. But why did you become a good mother? It's because of the attention that you give to your son. What I can tell you is, I have never been a nanny, but I have been to different jobs that I have no experience at all. But I stayed in these jobs for several years because as soon as I learned how to do the skills and whatnot, I put my heart and soul into it. Probably I have not had looked after kids, but I can tell you, as long as you set your expectations, well, how do you want this to be done? How do you want this to be done? How many times do you want this to be done? If you set your expectations right to me, clearly, then I can basically follow, and I can follow your instructions. And what I can tell you is, I am a good person with a big heart, and I'm a people person. I love life. I'm a very positive person, and this is something that I wanted to try. So I know that this is my first time, but it could be something that is really magical for me and for you. So that's what I told her, and she said, so with how I am as a person, you could ask my parents-in-law. If I am not a good person, my parents-in-law would not ask me to live in their house. So I told them, because I am a different nationality. Anyway, guys, and then I told her that with regards to doing certain task, I'm very, very organized. With regards to to the schedule or itinerary, I'm also organized. You don't have any problem with me on that. I'm a good cook. I am a good housekeeper, because I'm very domesticated as a person. And yes, I love gardens. So if I have ample time, I said I can do extra in the house. I told her. So basically, we did not have any problems during the interview. She said, okay, that is interesting. So she wanted to see me in person. I said, well, you can give me a trial. And then you remember when I did a trial and the poop incident, that was really embarrassing. But on that Monday, I did a trial. She showed me where to bring the boy, which nursery, where to bring the girl, which nursery, what time. And so I did this. The following day, she told me, do you want me to go with you? And to mirror me. I said, no, you don't have to. I have worked out where I have to stop, which stop I have to go. I have worked out the time. If you are gonna mirror me, it's gonna be good. But I wanted to show you that I can do things. I can follow instructions thoroughly. So guys, these are tips that I'm going to show you. You have to show also to your employer that you're capable. Show a little bit of confidence, but don't show too much confidence that you are overpowering your employer. So basically, I had the interview, I had the reference, I had the trial, and then after before I left that week, I was hired, and we had to sort of agree on how much and the times and the weekdays. I said I can only do these days, but I am flexible if you needed me on certain weekends. So that sort of arrangement was done, and there you go, I was hired. So I am talking to different nannies here, and yes, there were agencies that will hire, that are also posting vacancies in the internet. I also know a couple of agencies. I can include them in my description, but you also have to call them, and there are different requirements for different families. But these are basic ideas that I'm sharing you, because it is important, guys, to be able to convince the family. You don't have to always have a nanny experience. It could be a plus factor, but in my case, I have not had one. but I was able to present myself in such a way that the family had the trust and confidence that I can do the job. And yes, I've been with them and I had not had any problems. I'm loving the kids are loving me, and it's a smooth sailing partnership that we have. And it's very helpful because, as I said, hubby is out of work, and we still have bills to pay. We still have to eat and whatnot. So this is pretty much how it works here in the UK, guys. So if you're interested, if you're in France, in Paris, in Italy, if you are in Greece, if you are in other parts of Europe and you wanted to come over and be a nanny, it's pretty easy. You can check if your visa is permitted to come over, and yes, it's something that you have to. It's a work that is very rewarding. Most of the Filipinos in London, if they are not nurses or carers, they are nannies, and there's loads of them there. I have met so many. I have had so many friends now, because here where I live in Cheshire, I'm the only one here. I'm the only one here. So there you go, guys. So that is my video for today. The compensation is really high, and it's really worth it. Okay, so if you wanted to apply for a nanny work, don't change your mind. It's not a low profile job here, because it's very high paid. It's better paid actually with some nurses. Some nurses can earn up to 30,000, but some nannies can earn up to 50,000, and it's really lovely packages. If you have good families like what I do, it's such a lovely work. So yes, what do you think about this video, guys? Please let me know, and please don't forget to share, subscribe, and click the bell button. Thank you. Bye bye.